Taoiseach, I'd like to bring up about school places, particularly for ASD units and parents paying to get their children assessed. I'm after having several people into my clinic where they can't get their children assessed and they are borrowing. Now they're borrowing from credit unions, they're borrowing from parents, and the cost of assessments has gone so high that they're really under pressure. And if you look at the CSO, even indications show that 15.2% of children who they live at risk of poverty, and if you look at 190,000 children, 1 in every 7 live, a child experience poverty. And now we have a situation where children, we just can't get them assessed. There's no one there to assess them. Families are trying to get them assessed privately. And just another issue that I wanted to get in on was the new childminding regulations and the concerns. I've been speaking to several childminders in the last few weeks. There was a 12-week consultation. I did ask the Minister for extra time, Minister Roger O'Gorman. It closed on the 2nd of May. He didn't extend it. But the regulations, they don't reflect the childminding, how it works. There's over 300 childminding registered, and yet there was no consultation as such, no information, and childminders, they're not happy. We really need to look at this. And as you know, Taoiseach, there is no creche places in the country, and our childminders provide a huge service. Thank you so much.
Deputy Murnane-O'Connor, I know Minister Rabbitte did receive money in the budget that she worked very hard for in terms of trying to support families who are having to pay for assessments. I've discussed this with the Minister very recently. I'd hope we could see clarity on how that scheme would work shortly, because there are families depending on it, including your own constituents. On the new childminding regulations, I think we have to remind ourselves what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get subsidies to parents who are using childminding just like you would if your child's in a creche. It's unfair that you can get it if your child's in a creche, but if you're having a childminder, you don't. That's the policy objective. To advance that policy objective, we do need to have a degree of regulation in order to enable state funding. But I also agree that we can't be turning people's homes into creches or measuring sitting rooms in kind of odd, peculiar ways. We have to be flexible on this. The Minister gets the importance of this, so the draft regulations are indeed draft, and I can assure you that the concerns will I hope certainly be addressed before we see final regulations.